Hello students, let's start with the topic of circular motion. Before starting circular motion, we must know about the term linear motion. What is actually linear motion means? जब भी कोई बॉडी एक स्ट्रेट path follow करती है, whenever a body follows a straight path or travels along a straight path, then its motion is called as linear motion. So here I am writing that whenever a body moves along a straight path, its motion is a linear motion. We already have studied about linear motion quite a times in our school classes. Okay, so let's divide this motion into three parts. Basically, motions are attached to three parts. First part is displacement. Here we call it as linear displacement. Along with the linear displacement, we have to discuss about the distance. After discussing linear displacement and distance, we need to know about next term, that is linear velocity. After linear velocity, we need to discuss about speed also, and third part is linear acceleration. So linear acceleration is divided in further two parts, that is accelerated motion or acceleration and deaccelerated motion or deceleration. In short we can call it as deceleration भी बोल सकते हैं हम उसको. So let's first discuss about linear displacement. What is actually basically linear displacement means? सपोज करके चलिए कि जब आप लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं तो आपको एक बॉडी कंसीडर करनी है और वो बॉडी एक शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस कवर करेंगी इन अ गिवन टाइम और वो एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट तक पहुंचेंगी. दिस इज द शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस बिटवीन एनी टू पॉइंट इज कॉल्ड एज लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट. This is a body which is present at point A and it is moving towards the point B. If it moves along a straight path like this, then it has to cover a distance x to reach from point A to point B. This is the distance x, and this x is the shortest distance traveled by the body. And this shortest distance traveled by the body, or the shortest distance between the 2 points, that is A and B, is called as displacement of a body. The body is displaced from point A to point B. So once again, shortest distance between 2 points is called as displacement. Now the body is at point A initially, and now it is moved to again point B, but this time we use different situation, that we moves the body from point A to point B, like along this path. This is the total path followed by the body to reach from point A to point B, and now this total path followed is called as distance. So there is a difference between the displacement and the distance. Displacement is the shortest distance, but if we follow the total random path which is very zigzag and here and there, then it is called as distance. Now the unit of distance or displacement is given in meter, that is the SI unit. SI means here system international, as you already studied in 11th class, system internationally. Moving on to the next topic, that is the second part, which is we called as linear velocity. So the next part is linear velocity. How will you define linear velocity? Linear velocity is defined as the time rate. Time rate means the change in time. The time rate of change in displacement. The time rate change of displacement is called as velocity or linear velocity. Whenever body changes its position, it gets displaced, but within a certain time. We have to consider the time change. Then it is called as linear velocity. We can write down this linear velocity expressionally, means like expression wise. So it is you have to note one thing, that it is a vector quantity. Vector quantity means it has direction as well as magnitude, means numerical value. And now V can be also written as, with the vector sign, V vector is equal to displacement upon time. So displacement can be represented by x vector and time represented by t. The unit is, displacement has unit meter and time has unit seconds. So unit becomes meter per second, and again this is a system international unit. So SI unit. The second part of the linear velocity is taken under scalar probabilities. Whenever the velocity of the body is considered in scalar term, means like you don't have to consider direction, आप बिना direction के सिर्फ उसकी proper value देखते हो, like 2 meter per second, 3 meter per second, 20 kilometers per hour, 100 kilometers per hour, like we ride a bike on the road. So whenever you see like velocity in a scalar term, only magnitude is considered. Whenever magnitude is considered, then this velocity term is called as speed. Magnitude means here numerical value. Numerical value means you have to take a number. Like as I have given you the example already, numerical value is taken. So now speed can be given by distance. Distance is also a scalar quantity upon time. For velocity you have to take displacement upon time, and for speed you have to take distance upon time. The distance is a scalar quantity and unit will be given by meter per second for speed. Third part is given as linear acceleration. So as we already discussed about, जैसे कि velocity की unit होती है time rate change of linear displacement, displacement से आती है velocity और velocity से आता है acceleration. Therefore we write down the time rate change of linear velocity is called as linear acceleration. एक्सेलरेशन में दो चीज़ें होती है, या तो बॉडी की स्पीड बढ़ती है या स्पीड कम होती है. तो इन फ्यूचर अगर कभी भी आपको पूछा जाए कि व्हाट इज़ एक्सेलरेशन, तो जब भी किसी चीज़ की स्पीड बढ़ती है या कम होती है तो आपको बोलना है एक्सेलरेशन. अगर उसकी स्पीड बढ़ती है, अगर इफ इट गेट्स स्पीड्स अप, that means it is a acceleration. This is the example for acceleration. If the speed of some body goes down, that it speeds down, then it is considered under deceleration. So acceleration is divided into these two parts, and the acceleration is further also called as retardation. Moving further, now we will discuss about linear acceleration. Furtherly, we have to represent it how in the way we got a write down on the paper. So basically you know that it is a time rate, means whenever जितने given time में velocity change होती है तो उसको हम acceleration बोलते हैं. तो acceleration is velocity upon time. That is, it can be also written as acceleration final velocity minus initial velocity, and that all this velocity changes in time t. So final minus initial velocity will be upon time. Yes, you have to take upon time, and then in upon time after we can write it as acceleration. So acceleration is vf minus vi upon t, and the unit will be, for velocity we write down meter per second and upon second. So second into second becomes meter per second square. The time rate of change of velocity, or the linear velocity, how the velocity changes in a given time, is called as acceleration. Moving further, we have to discuss about circular motion, and after discussing the linear acceleration, we will first define what is actually a circle. So our next question is about circular motion, and the question is, what is a circle? Because before defining circular motion, we must need to know about a circle. So the first question arises in the mind is, what is a circle? Circle is actually a locus of point or the set of point. So first you need to know about what is actually locus. So circle is a locus of all points which is equidistant from a fixed point. You already have studied about this. So let's take a circle. I'll draw here a circle, and this circle has a center at this point. Now this circle is made up of this n number of points, and these all points are arranged in a pattern called as circumference, and these all points are equidistant, means these ये सारे के सारे पॉइंट जो है ये सर्कल के सेंटर से सेम डिस्टेंस पे है. अगर आप कोई भी एक पॉइंट का सेंटर से अगर डिस्टेंस निकालेंगे वो डिस्टेंस हमेशा सेम आएगा, एंड दैट सेंटर पॉइंट इज कॉल्ड एज फिक्स्ड पॉइंट ओवर हियर. So all these points are equidistant from a fixed point and is called as circle. So circle is the locus of all points which is equidistant from a fixed point, and locus means here the set of points. This set of point is in short called as locus. If suppose your body moves along this set of points, means along these points, along these sets, then we can call it as it is performing circular motion. And this locus of point in general we call this as circumference. So if your body moves along this locus or along the circumference, then your body is said to be performing circular motion. So it is the introductory part where I just try to make you understand how linear motion will give you linear velocity, linear acceleration, and yes, linear displacement and distances. And when linear motion turns along the circumference of a circle, that is the locus of all points, then it starts performing circular motion. So simply we can define the motion of a body along the circumference of circle is called as circular motion.